What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm going to be teaching you 5 incredibly good tips in season 3 for mechanics overall, just to get much better and to have a much better chance at getting more kills, at getting easier kills, things like that. So what we're going to be doing in today's video is I'm going to be going through each tip that you need to do. I'm going to be showing you on your screen what it needs to look like, and then I'm going to be showing you on the enemy screen what it looks like. So if you guys enjoy this type of content more than me just talking over some legendary ranked games, let me know down in the comments that you'd rather see examples versus just gameplay, or if you prefer just the gameplay, let me know that down in the comments as well. Also, if you do like today's video, make sure you drop a huge thumbs up on it. Let's go ahead and aim for 300 likes on today's video. With all that out of the way, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. If you are new to the channel though, make sure you hit that subscribe button. All right, so the first thing is what I see a lot of people mess up on is a lot of people run into an area and then peek like this, okay? This is a very, very bad. It may look good because you run in and you're aiming and you're ready to go. So maybe you catch them off guard and you get a little bit of peeker's advantage. Well, overall, this is really the most poor way to actually peek. If you have the idea that somebody's in here, don't just do that. There's a couple of options that I think are really, really good. So the first one is to run and then to jump, right? A lot of people do this. I think this is kind of the easiest one if you're just not sure, but I also think that it is kind of maybe the easiest to counter as well because so many people do it, but not to say that it's bad. The second really, really good one I like to use is the slide peek, where you're coming in and you're sliding, right? For this example, I'm sliding about at the doorway or a little bit further than the doorway. So either here, a lot of people may also come and then slide like here so that you're right about at the beginning. I think that the more advantage and the more space that you can clear going from one side of their screen to the other is the best. Now, for the last really, really good peek that I would highly recommend that you guys use is called the slide, where you slide in one way and you jump in the opposite direction. So I'll show you what that looks like. So you slide like normal and then you hop into a different direction. So let's go ahead and look at the enemy's cam. All right, so for the first one, the running and peeking. Okay, this is while also ADS, so you're a little bit slower. Here's without ADSing and then ADSing. So just a little bit slower still. Okay, then we have the casual slide from the doorway. Okay, a little bit better there. One more time from the doorway. Here is now sliding from, like, we'll say the bottom of the stairs or kind of the middle of the stairs, so getting a little bit of a shorter slide. As you can see, probably a little bit less effective. And then finally, oh, I also forgot to show just a jump. So here's just a jump. Again, from about the doorway. Just out of curiosity, what if you ran in and then jumped? That's what it looks like if you show yourself a little bit and then jump. And then last, the most effective, in my opinion, is a slide one way and then jump the other way. Show you guys that again. The second tip that I recommend that you guys use as much as you can is, instead of taking this gunfight like so, where the guy maybe isn't paying attention and although could be good, is what I would recommend that you do is, if you see somebody trying to get to cover, okay, cover is going to be your best friend. Now, there's several things that you can do in cover. The first thing that you can do is you can just stand and obviously shoot them, which is really, really effective and can be good, and I think is one of the better things to do, is just because then your aim is much better and it's a lot harder for them to hit. So as long as you have good aim, you're going to have the advantage. The next thing that's a little less effective, but if it is a little bit of a closer gunfight, is just to use the strafing left to right. What I would recommend doing is a little bit longer strafes though, versus just going like really, really short, because I don't think it makes as much of a difference and I don't think it's as hard for them. Now, if you want to, what you can do is also do some jumping, but again, jumping on cover is kind of, you know, counterintuitive, because the goal is just to be on a head glitch, right? Or to be behind where most of your body is hidden, but then to then show more of your body can be a little bit a little bit more like bad. And then the last thing that I would recommend is if you know somebody's going to be getting ready to come, is to drop shot and then immediately to repeak and then to kill them. So I'll show you, because with desync, if you can go out of cover and then repeak anyway, you're going to have much better advantage. Just to crouch, come up, that also works really well. Just to crouch, come up, things like that. So I'll go ahead and show you now, guys, on what it looks like for the enemy screen. All right, so obviously just this standard head glitch, this is what it kind of looks like to be on a head glitch. So even though your chest is showing, for them pretty much it's just going to be your head. The next thing is the short strafe, just so that you guys can see, maybe you pick out what you like better, but this is just kind of going really short, just, you know, just barely left right on the joystick. Then we have the jumping, right, and being able to shoot at somebody coming across to the other side. But again, I don't think jumping can be always as good. And then last is the crouching and coming up. For the next couple tips, I thought it would be a little bit easier just to explain it into a public match because it's more important. So for example, right now we can see that all of my teammate bots are going onto the C flag. So what I would recommend doing is either trying to go towards B or to kind of go down the middle of the map, because it's going to be much more effective than running with your teammates, right? So for example, if I see all of my teammates going to the C flag, what I would rather do is cut off over here to the left and be able to take out enemies on this side, right? Now I know that there's a couple people behind us because the enemies are now no longer spawning on their home flag at A, so I can see that they're over here. So trying to, for example, use our head glitch cover over there, I know that they're going to continue to spawn. And again, I have no teammates over here on the mini map, right? I can see they're all across somewhere else. So that means that they're going to continue to spawn right here. Okay, now look at the mini map. Where are my teammates? Where are they spawning, right? Exactly. Do you see how that makes sense? Because I'm over here, so they're going to have to spawn on that same side. So hopefully I kind of made sense with that. That's kind of, it's hard to explain on the go exactly, but you can pretty much do this on most maps and on most respawns, is get a rough idea on where they're going to be, right? You look at your teammates on the map and then you kind of try and go to the opening. So for example, right now I know I have a lot of teammates on C flag, so they're going to be spawning back left. Now because this teammate is kind of on the black left, they're going to probably spawn somewhere near A, somewhere over on this side, and as you can see they are capping it. So we can kill a couple here, and again they're going to continue to spawn somewhere either over here or over there. So let's see. Okay, easy way to find them. Again, over here as well. Okay, now teammates are over here, so they should be spawning right back over in this area. The last tip I have for you guys is you want to often be running the same routes. Now, this isn't a ranked map, so it's not going to be super common, but one thing I'd recommend is if you guys consistently go the same route in a map, you're going to learn like all the best spots, right? So you might know to peek over here if you always use the right side. Maybe then you go into the house, right? You kind of come up in here, you check this way, you check that way, trying to always run the same route every single time. You know the speed, you know where people are going to come, and maybe you just kind of continue to run that side. Okay, you know somebody's going to be here. Maybe say you spawn at A, for example, and you know as soon as you spawn there's always going to be somebody that rushes right through there, so you're going to be able to get that kill. Then you'll maybe know that there's always going to be like one or two people by this truck, right? So then maybe you come out here a little bit, and then you know that there's like a really good angle where they can't see you because of the truck, and you kind of do that, and you just learn like super specific where people are going to be, and it helps to not have to learn the entire map, but rather just a portion of the map. But guys, that is all of the tips I have for you. So I hope that you did enjoy this video. Make sure you smash that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new, and comment down below tips if you made it all the way to this part in the video.